Hey guys, in today's video, we're talking about how to walk past distractions when we are outside on a walk with our dog without pulling and lunging and all of that crazy stuff. My name is Madeline and I have been training dogs for over half a decade now. Mufasa was the first dog I ever got by myself, wasn't a family dog, was totally my responsibility, and he turned into, honestly, a little bit of a nightmare. He was reactive, he was barking and lunging at the fence, he was jumping my fence, he was going after other dogs, and it was a nightmare, to really say the least. Now that I have been training him and working with him, and I have gone to school for training, he has grown so far, and I'm so proud of how far, honestly, both of us have come. I hope you guys enjoy this video. So for today's video, we are taking it all the way back to the basics. I always want you to have every single step, everything you need in order to be as successful as you can with your dogs. So I think constantly going back to the basics is exactly where that is. If you don't have your basics, you really have nothing with your dog. Magic Hand is a great game for when you're on walks or when you're out and about. Maybe you're in public with your dog and you come across some type of distraction and you need to keep your dog's attention on you and not on other things. This game, absolute game changer. My number one game, I play with all of my service dogs. I have done this game with, I couldn't even tell you how many dogs, and it has got me out of some sticky situations. The first thing you really need is a dog who can catch. So I have a variety of food in my treat pouch today. Right now, I am looking for light color pieces of food because I have a dark wall, dark floor, or I'm looking for larger pieces of food so that it is easier for my dog to catch. My little kibble pieces and some of these raw pieces are okay for dogs like Mufasa who have done this game before, but they might not be so great for your dog who is brand new to this game. So try for light color pieces of food and larger pieces of food. When we start this game off, I always like to start in the easiest way possible, the way most people throw food to their dogs. So I'm going to have my dog in front of me, and I'm going to be throwing it just like a lob. So the food goes up and comes back down, and my dog has plenty of time to watch and attempt to catch. Now, if my dog isn't even attempting to catch, then that means we need to bring up the arousal. My dog is at too low of an arousal, and they just could not care less. There have been plenty of times where Mufasa is laying on the couch and I unexpectedly toss him a piece of food and it just bounces right off his forehead. So we need our dog in a higher level of arousal. I wouldn't say necessarily like bouncing off the walls, crazy high, but a higher level for sure. So to get our dogs to that point, we can play a little bit of our orientation game, which is just throwing our piece of food to both sides to get our dogs moving, get our dogs running. So I'm going to throw a piece over to the side and then over to the next side, just get my dog's body moving. If you want to learn more about the orientation game, there should be a link in the description for that game. So now that our dog is in the right state and is excited enough to be able to catch something, we're going to go ahead and try that lobbed underhand toss. Perfect. If your dog is still struggling to catch, try moving. If you're using kibble, try moving to some kind of treat. If you're using some store-bought treats, try maybe some cheese or some cut-up hot dogs. My guys really like blueberries, so if your dog likes fruit, you can try some pieces of fruit. Raise that value level of the treat. That'll also entice your dog to start catching. Once your dog is catching beautifully in front of you, then we're going to start making it a little bit more difficult. So you saw my end result with Mufasa where I am just holding the piece of food and dropping it in heel position. Oh, that's a lot. So we're going to start with our dog in front of us and see if they can catch the food just by us dropping it instead of lobbing it or just tossing it. So now we're going on to step 2, which is just dropping the food directly over their head or slightly in front of their head so they can catch it. If your dog is doing really great with step 2, you can go ahead and move them into heel position and almost put the final piece of the puzzle. So I'm going to lure my dog into heel position. If your dog doesn't have a heel position, that video is also in the description. Go watch that video and play that game too. So my dog is in heel position. He's sitting because I didn't know better and I taught him a different way than I would teach now. So ideally your dog is standing in heel position. It could also be that I'm talking a lot. So he's standing in heel position. We're going to keep you standing, and then we're going to drop the food. If this is where your dog starts to struggle with putting the heel position and dropping the food, we can very easily go to tossing them the food in heel position. And if they drop it and miss it, no worries at all. If your dog is having fun and is paying attention to you, that's the point of this game. Just reset them and try again. Good boy. Good job. Nice. Free. In a lot of my videos, I talk about pressure releases. That's where if I have Mufasa in his heel position and I'm practicing a ton of him catching the food and playing magic hand, he is just, the pressure is right here, right all around us. And so to release some of that pressure, to add in a pressure release, I really like playing my orientation game. So I will throw a piece of food out and maybe do a couple of repetitions of the orientation game and then go right back into the game that I was playing, the magic hand, in either heel position or right in front of me. Free. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Comment what your favorite, your dog's favorite food is to catch. So cheese, hot dogs, just regular treat, or if they're like Mufasa and can catch kibble, even better. Have a great day, guys. Keep on training.